Hey everyone, this is Michelle with Foxy Chick Designs and Magnolia Design Company with another quick video using some of our stencils and some different products. I am gonna wait for a few people to pop on before we get started. How is everyone doing tonight? Hey Sarah. Hey babe, thanks for popping on. Just getting this shared over on my news feed and getting this shared a couple of different places. All right, as you're coming in, if you will say hello. It's kind of funny, I'm hearing myself in the living room. We'll say hello. Okay. Happy Monday evening. All right, I've got a few people popping on here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to be using our Mr. and Mrs. Bundle. And actually, I have a picture of the full bundle. I meant to pull this out earlier and did not. It comes with the Mr. and Mrs. Okay, here's what it all comes with. Okay, it comes with the Mr. and Mrs. and the and. It comes with this font right here. And then it also comes with the piece that we're going to be using tonight, this Mr. and Mrs. Set with the established numbers. And this particular bundle there are 3 8.5 by 11 stencils that come with this bundle, and this bundle is $28.99. So if you are interested in getting your hands on that particular bundle, if you will head over to my Magnolia Design Company page, which is foxychickdesigns.magnoliadesignco.com. And actually I will put that in the comments right now. Okay, there we go. I got that in the comments. And there is no space in between any of those. Sorry, when it came on, Okay, so I have the comments, or I have the website in the comments. So the project that we are making tonight is I am working on a wedding gift. Josh and I just ordered that one a few days ago. Oh, awesome! Well, happy anniversary. And I have used this bundle quite a bit, and I'm kind of in the middle of wedding season right now. And so I have a friend that is getting married this weekend, and I thought that I would make her a piece for in her home. I had made a piece for her mom and dad that she absolutely loved, and I've not been able to, it was one of the book stacks, and I've not been able to do one of those for her, which I plan on doing, but I'm going to go ahead and do this as well. So while everybody's popping in, if you are seeing a little red live button right about there, then you are catching me live. If you would comment hashtag live. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much for popping on. And if you will comment hashtag replay, just so I know how everybody's watching in. Hey Amanda, how are you? If you have seen my lives before, if you will comment with a number 1. If you haven't seen me live before and this is your first time catching Foxy Chick Designs with Magnolia Design Company, if you will comment with a number 2. That way I just know who's new. For most part I can pretty much tell, but some people pop on and I don't notice that they pop on just because of the lag with Facebook. And the other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is I do still have some sample kits. They are $8 a piece. You get the little square stencil. Hey Angela, thanks for popping on. You will get I think it's a 3x3 stencil. You get a sample paste. You get a squeegee. You get a stir stick. And you get a round chalk chip that you can design with. And all of that comes to you in a neat little baggie, and those are $8. So if you're interested in grabbing one of those Try Me kits, if you will comment kit in the comments, I will get with you and get one of those sent out to you. The other thing I wanted to let you know about is tomorrow we have a brand new fall get started kit with Magnolia Design Company. If you are looking for a way to make some extra money and you want to be able to work from home, I have a great opportunity for you, and I get paid to craft, and I would love to show you a little bit more about Magnolia Design Company and answer any questions that you may have. So if you are interested in maybe picking up that new kit, or if you have any questions about becoming a creator with Magnolia Design Company, if you will comment team in the comments, and I can get out to you some information and answer any questions that you may have. If you are a crafter and you just want some crafting supplies at a discounted price, if you will also comment with the word team, just for being a creator, just for signing up. You don't have to build a team, you don't have to do anything like that. If you wanted just the supplies at our 40% discount, you can do that just by picking up that Get Started kit for $69. Hey Missy, thanks for popping on. Our Get Started kit is $69 plus tax and shipping, and there is so much that comes in that kit. You get surfaces, you get paste, you get stencils, you get your squeegees, everything to get you started in creating your own products. You can use them as gifts. I do a lot of gifts with my projects. If you are just interested in maybe just getting your hands on some Magnolia Design Company products, or if you're interested in getting some of, or getting a part of the team so that you can get your Get Started kit and get the wonderful 40% discount, if you will comment team, I will reach out to you and answer any questions that you have, and also I will get you set up with whichever way you want to go. If you just want to get some products, then I can give you the link to my business page, which is also in the comments, or I can answer any questions for you to become a part of the team and be a part of Magnolia Design Company as a creator. With all that being said, I am going to flip you guys around and we're going to get started. Like I said, tonight we're going to be using our Mr. Mrs Bundle, one piece of it, and then we're going to be using this long board. It is a, hold on, and I will tell you, it is a Mix the Media framed wood sign. It's an 8x15 sign. I picked this up at Michael's, and I am super excited about it. Amanda, if you're still hopping on here, this is the board I'm going to be doing your project on, and I'm getting ready to start it. I've got parts of it painted, but I need to finish up a little bit, and I should have your project done here probably in the next week, hopefully before the weekend. And then I can get it, you know, to you the next time that your Dad and Melinda come down for a visit. So that being said, let's get to this wonderful project. The other products that I'm going to be using is I'm going to be doing all of this in just one color, and I'm going to be using our coal black. Then I'm going to be using one of our handy dandy little squeegees, which, hey, looky guys, they're green now. They're magnolia green. I'm excited. So now not so much are they gray, which I don't mind the gray ones. They're pretty cool. But I love the fact that they're magnolia green. I'm so stoked about that. And then also the other thing we're going to be using is my brand new handy dandy tacky towel. This is the first time that this is being used in a live, so I am really excited. The one side is gray, and it is like a microfiber so that you can dry off your stencils with, or if you're cleaning off a board. The other side is a fuzz cloth, which you can use for linting when you're using a brand new stencil. So I'm going to flip you guys around and we're going to get started. All right. Hey, Ruth Ann, thanks for popping on. Okay, let me get you guys moved here a little bit. I'm so sorry. All right, there, I think we're good to go. So now is I'm going to use this Mr. Let's see here. Maybe, you know what? I need my scissors. And I'm not too sure what I did with them. Yay. Pardon me for 1 second. I have to find some scissors because it would be beneficial to have them to cut apart my stencils, because our stencils like so, and you have to cut them apart to be able to use them. And of course, my scissors that I've always kept on top of my desk have kind of been moved, and I'm not quite sure what I did with them. All right, I will be right back. I am going to go get my scissors. Alright, thanks for hanging in there with me. I've got scissors. Yay! Here we go. Alright, now that we've got the scissors, cut on this white line. to cut my pieces apart. And I am going to use the Mr. And, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. And I'm going to use this ampersand. I do Mr. and Mrs. Let me see, I'm going to do Mr. and Mrs. Why do I want to do it over this way? Mr. and Mrs. Nope. I'll go this way. Mr. and Mrs. Like that. And then I'm going to use these cute little double hearts on here. And I'm also going to use the EST, the established, down here. And then I'm going to use our 2020. And I might try to put this in somewhere, this big heart. Or, let me see. We might do that. I don't know. We might use some of these other embellishments. We will see how it goes. But we're going to get started here. And like I said, I'm doing it all in black, so it's going to be just black and white. So I am going to bring in my fuzz cloth. And because these pieces I have not used yet, so I'm just peeling our silkscreen stencils off the backer sheet, and I'm going to lay it on our fuzz cloth, our tacky towel, and I'm going to pull it up. And all this does is it gets a little bit of lint on the back of the stencil so that the stencil isn't quite so sticky. I love my new little tacky towel. And now that I've got some lint, I don't know if you can see that at all, but there's a little bit of lint on there. So now I'm just going to lay this down right like so. And I'm going to make sure that there are no bubbles in our silk screened areas. Just like that. And then I'm going to open our coal black, and I'm going to take a stir stick and I'm going to go in and get this all stirred up. And you want your chalk paste to be about the consistency of yogurt or frosting in a can, and mine is not, so I'm going to pull in my water bottle and I'm just going to spray some water into my jar of paste, and then I'm going to get this all stirred up. And it stirs up pretty quickly and pretty easily. Alright. So I'm getting in down there around the bottom. And I'm going to get that all stirred up, and we're just about there. Not quite what I want it to be yet, so I'm going to put a couple more squirts of distilled water in. You really do want to use distilled water just so that your paste doesn't mold. It takes a while for that to happen, but I just like to use distilled water just because I want my paste to last a lot longer. Okay. So now we're about the consistency that I want it to be. So I'm just going to scrape off all of this paste back into the jar, making sure it's off my stir stick. And actually, I'm going to grab a little bit on my stir stick and I'm going to put it down on my stencil. And I'm going to start from the top and I'm just going to work my way down. Now I want to be very careful not to go off the stencil because this is not a chalkboard and it will stain. So you want to be very careful. So I'm just squeegeeing up the excess and putting it back in my jar. Once I get this all covered, and you want to make sure that you cover all of your silkscreen areas. I love the fact that with Magnolia Design Company, I can create wedding gifts, birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, whatever my little heart desires for those that I love. And I like the fact that I can create personalized things. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the corner. You never want to pull from a corner because you don't want to stretch your stencil. But I'm going to work from the top here. I'm going to get to the middle and I'm just going to pull this straight up. Oh, I like that a lot. Then I'm going to set my Mr. Stencil over here to the side for me to clean up. If you are popping on, if you will say hello. Oh, the Tiffany teal. Yes. Can you believe it? I'm actually not using Tiffany teal tonight. For those of you that are new and you do not know what the color Tiffany teal is, this is Tiffany teal. This is the color. If you go back and watch any of my live videos, you will find that 95% of them are made with this gorgeous Tiffany teal color. It is my absolute favorite. I could use it probably in every project and never tire of it. You can ask those that have watched me before. You can ask Sarah, who just mentioned that, who is on my team. Hey Sarah, could you do me a favor and comment on the post? You are new to the team, and can you just post a little bit of what made you decide on Magnolia Design Company for those that are just popping on or don't know a whole lot about Magnolia Design Company? Would you mind doing that? And what I'm going to do now that I have this on, I'm going to use my handy dandy little heat tool. And I'm just going to go over this to make sure that it's all completely dry. Before I start putting the rest of the pieces down. Okay, it doesn't take much to get it dry. Let me see. And okay, now this is all dry. And I'm going to let this come back to room temperature before I start putting any more pieces on. Which the next piece I am going to use is our ampersand. Alrighty. And again, I'm just pulling up from a corner and working it down the side and pulling the stencil off the background, setting the backer sheet aside. Then I'm just going to throw this on my tacky towel and get some lint on it. For those of you that don't know what Magnolia Design Company is, they are silk screen, self-adhesive, reusable stencils. And there is a silk screen in them, and then you just use the chalk paste to go over, and you can make your own lovely little design. So I'm gonna do this end right about there. And again, I'm going to make sure that there are no air bubbles in my silk screens. And I'm going to grab just a tad bit of our black chalk paste. And I'm going to use our squeegee again, working from the top, being very careful not to go off the end. Because again, this is not a chalkboard. If I were working on a chalkboard and I went off the edge, it'd be very easy to clean up. Hey, Mrs. Taft, how are you? Thanks for popping on. I have missed you guys for sure. Okay, now that that's done, I'm just squeegeeing off the excess back into my jar, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up this stencil very carefully, and I'm going to set the stencil aside to be cleaned up when I'm all done. And I'm going to pull in my heat tool again. And I'm going to wait for that to come back down to room temperature. Oh, good. I am so glad to hear that. All right. Now I've got our Mrs. piece, and I'm going to work my way down the side, and I'm going to pull this up. And again, I'm going to use my tacky tail for some linting. Thank you, Sarah. I just thought it might be nice for people not to just hear from my aspect of it, but to hear from someone who has just recently joined Magnolia Design Company. Okay. And now the and sign is all nice and dry. So then I'm going to put our lovely little misses over here to the side, and I'm going to smooth that out, making sure that there are no bubbles in our silk screened areas, because I don't want it to bleed underneath. And I'm going to grab some more chalk paste. And again, I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. Again, being very, very careful not to go off the edge of the stencil. Okay. Then I'm going to squeegee up the excess. And put it back in the jar. And then I'm going to go ahead and peel this up. Oh, I like that. If you are like what you're seeing, would you throw me some hearts, please? All right. I've got some black paste on my hands, so I'm going to grab a handy dandy Clorox wipe, which these days are a rare commodity to find. Hey, Deb. Hey, Loretta. How are you, girl? I feel like it's been forever. Alrighty. I'm going to set that aside. Dry off my hands. Let's see who has popped on. Let's see. Deb Clark has joined us, and Loretta Marshall Schoaf? Is it Schoaf or Schoof? Oh, I feel awful for not remembering that. Thank you guys for hopping on. So now again, I'm going to, now that we're done with the misses, I'm going to go ahead and get this all dried off and get this all set. Yes, no, you do not. The nice thing about Magnolia Design Company is you do not have any kind of quotas or minimums that you have to have per quarter. If you choose to do this as just a hobby, that is fine. The only amount that you are asked to pay is $10.99 per month, and that takes care of your website that you get. But that's the one thing I absolutely love about Magnolia Design Company. They give you the opportunity that if you choose to just do this as a hobby so that you can get the 40% off discount from all of your materials that you buy, that is just fine and dandy. And I love having hobbyists on my team. I love the fact that, you know, they buy when they need something, or they buy when they can, but it's usually pretty consistent that the hobbyist, you know, will purchase from you, and that makes it amazing. And so if you're interested in Magnolia Design Company and you have no desire to build a team, I would really, really, really love to talk to you, because I can hook you up with the 40% discount, and you can get your own products and make your own home decor, make your own gifts. Instead of going to Hobby Lobby and buying, you know, $40, $50 gifts, you can buy a bundle for $40 and make 10 to 12 gifts very, very easily. All right, now that our missus is all dry and back to room temperature, now we're going to use our EST for our established. And I'm going to go ahead and get that lint fuzzed up and get some lint on the back of this. And we're going to put the EST right here. And then I think I'm actually going to put, because they're getting married this Friday, so I think I'm actually going to put the date. So I'm going to do established. If I can get this just straight on here, would be fabulous. Okay. So then I'm going to use, where did my little dot go? Alright, question. Should I put established 7/31/2020, or should I just put established 2020? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I am up for suggestions. Hey, Missy. The whole date. Okay. All right. I need her. Let me find the rest of my bundle, because then I might be able to find my little date. Oh, the other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is tomorrow we have some brand new stencils that are coming out. All right, I am going to do the whole date. We have a bunch of brand new stencils coming out. So if you guys have looked at my business page, then you will see some of those that are coming out. Then on the 1st of August, we are having a huge launch. So this is what I'm going to do. On tomorrow, with the launch that we have tomorrow. Anybody that places a $25 or more order, I am going to send you a free squeegee. If you place a $40 or more order, I will send you a complete, no, let me rephrase that. If you order $40 or more, and this is all before taxes and shipping, I will send you a 5x7, which is the size here, stencil. Oh, is it showing backwards? Ha! It is showing backwards. All this time and I didn't even notice that. Hold on. Let me flip you guys around. Oh my word. Hey, there we go. Is that better? Idea. Oh, yeah. Is it backwards too? Yep, it is back. It was backwards. Okay. Now I'm okay. This is a little weird. Okay. That is really weird. Because on my camera, it's showing that, hold on, let me try this way and see what it does. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Fabulous. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, I am looking for my little, my little period dot, and I can't find it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one of my new little stencils here. Let me see. Do I have it? Huh. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I am going to use these little dots on the bottom of one of these cute little letter stencils that I got. Actually, I'm going to use the dot from the question mark. And this is our speaking script, as I think the name of this one. And it comes with 2 full sheets. It comes with the uppercase and the lowercase. All right, so here we go. So now we're going to get back to this. So we're going to do the established. Oh, I want to be very, very careful. I just have a sneaky feeling I'm going to go off this now that I've got it this far. Okay. And then we're going to pull off this established and set that aside. And then we're going to do the 7. You know what? Actually, I'm going to pull out my little multi-purpose tool, this guy right here. This works really great on little projects like this, just because I do not want to go over the edge. Alright, so now I'm going to squeegee that off and pull up our lovely little 7 here. So do I. Deb, I just got it. I've not used it at all, but that is a project in the making. Oh my word. I can't get it back up. Oh, there we go. Oh, thought so. All right, there we go. So I'm going to pull up the 7. And then I'm going to dry this. And I'm going to let this come back down to room temperature. And then I'm going to pull off this question mark because I'm just going to use the little dot for the period in between the dates. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lint this up really, really well because I just don't want it to stick to anything. Okay, now I'm going to just stick that right there. And I'm going to grab just a tiny little bit of the chalk paste. And I'm going to pull that up. And I'm going to set this real close to me because I'm going to need to use it again. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dry that little dot. And then I'm going to grab our little 3 and I'm going to line that up just like so. And again, I'm going to use my multi-purpose tool just for a little bit of that black chalk paste. And I'm going to pull this up. And I'm going to go ahead and dry that as well. And again, whoops, nope. I want to use the 1 first because it's the 31st. Okay. And I'm going to put this little one right here next to it. And it doesn't have to be totally perfect. I like to try to make sure it's lined up, but if it's not, that is okay. That's what gives it character and charm. All right. Now I'm going to pull up this lovely little one, being very careful not to pull up anything from the 3. So there's the 31st. And I'm going to dry in between all these. Handled squeegees, love, great for detail. The handled squeegee or the multi-purpose tool? Because Deb, we do have the handled squeegee, and that's the big guy. The big squeegee. Alright, now I'm going to look where that's at. And I'm going to just go ahead and get in there with that little dot. And I'm going to peel that up. And now I'm done with my little dot, so I will set that aside to be cleaned off. Multi, okay. And then I'm going to grab my 2. And I'm going to line that up right next to it. And again, I'm going to grab, and actually I'm going to grab from around the edge here, because that's a good way to get that all cleaned up. And there's the 2. And then I'm going to pull off the 0. And we will be just about done. So 731.20, and actually I'm gonna let this come back down to room temperature because this is pretty warm. So does anybody have any questions for me? All right, and here is our last little zero for our 20. Thank you. And there's our 20. So there is the project. I am going to embellish it a little bit with some of these other little pieces. Yes, Deb, I would seal this project. And actually, you don't have to seal it because it is not a chalkboard, so it's really not going to scratch up. So it's really up to you whether or not you seal it. I'm going to, just because it's a gift and I want it to look a little bit more professional. But it is really up to you whether or not you decide to do it or not. So I think, nope, I'm not going to use that big guy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little hearts here. And, okay, question. Should I leave it as is? Leave it just as plain Jane, just like it is? Or should I put the hearts like there and maybe up here at the corner? Like just put them there and in this space here. What do you guys think? Or I could put them up there in the corner and then put a set down here in this corner. Oh, that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put them just in the corners. Oh, you guys say leave it. Okay. You guys say leave it. All right. I have 2 leave it's. If you have red paste, maybe the hearts at the bottom in red. Sarah, that's a good idea. I have 2 leave it's and I have 1 of putting the red hearts down here at the bottom. Like right there. Anybody else want to chime in? I have 2 leave it's. 2 leave it's and red paste. Missy says as is. Mrs. Teff says leave it. Sarah says red paste at the bottom. You know what? I think the leave it's are gonna. Oh, I got 3 leave it's. Okay. All right, the leave it's win. I'm gonna leave it as is. So this is the project for tonight, and it has its own little hanger back here, which I will probably end up taking this. Let's see. It looks clean. That's what I was thinking. I like that idea. I'm gonna end up taking this hanger off, and I have little sawtooth hangers that I'm gonna go ahead and put on here, and I might embellish it with some ribbon up here at the top. I might not. I think I'm gonna just leave it as is because it looks rustic, it looks clean. I've had several people say that it looks clean and just the way it should be. Okay, so this is exactly how I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. This is our project for tonight. The only thing that I'm going to do yet is I will seal it, but I'm going to let this all dry overnight before I seal it. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful project with the Magnolia Design Company and joining on with me as I create a gift for a friend of mine who's getting married this weekend, and I think she'll like it a lot. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you like what you saw tonight, if you wouldn't mind sharing this video with your friends and family, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time with another project from Foxy Chick Designs and Magnolia Design Company. Have a great night. Bye.